Hi everybody, this is Peter with Wave One Marine, and today we're going to be doing a video tour and sea trial of this 2004 Century 2300 walk-around that we have for sale. In Delray Beach, Florida. It is a beautiful boat. We're going to be going around it right now to show you all the positives and the few negatives on the boat. Then we're going to put it in the water and show you how she runs. Really nice boat overall, as you're going to see. If you're in the market for a do-it-all fishing boat, family boat with overnight capabilities and a lot of nice upgrades on this boat. In particular, I'd like to just highlight we have a windlass installed on this boat, an all stainless windlass, which is an automatic anchor winch. So those of you that don't feel like manually lifting and lowering the anchor, you have that on the boat, something you typically don't see on most 23-foot boats. It's an all stainless one, and it's got switches for the feet up on the bow, which is one of my favorite setups when you do have a windlass, as well as a switch at the helm. So that's a really nice unit. We have a brand new Garmin touchscreen display, 7-inch unit with a chirp transducer, so that's brand new. Garmin GPS and fish finder, and this one also has a hard top option on it, which is very desirable. It just looks great with the hard top. The pipe work on these Centuries is fantastic. I've owned a few of these at the dealership. We've sold a bunch of them. They're great boats. They hold up well, as you're going to see. Keep in mind, this is a 2004 model year boat. It is not a new boat, and it is in really nice shape for that model year, as you're about to see. It does have a very nice bottom coat already on it, so if you're going to keep the boat in the water somewhere for a week or two, no stress about fouling or barnacles growing on the bottom, so that's a big plus for a lot of people. And then we also have an optional tandem aluminum trailer that is brand new. We can sell that for dealer cost of $2,500 if somebody would like it, and it's a brand new 2019 all aluminum torch and axle trailer. It's really nice with LED lights. Okay, so let's do a walk around of the exterior of the boat, then we'll jump inside, show you everything there, and then we'll put it in the water and take it for a run. So as I mentioned, this is a 2004 2300 walk around. It's a great do-it-all boat. Century builds a very nice boat. You're going to see just by an 04 model year, it still retains a very nice luster on the side. You can polish as much as you want, but I'll tell you right now, for an 04, again, this is a 15-year-old boat, it has a very nice luster on the sides. As far as cosmetic imperfections, there's a few, and we'll show you though. The rub rail, for the most part, is in very nice shape. Again, we have a nice anchor setup with the all stainless windlass. We have navigation lights and stainless cleats. All the navigation lights work on this boat. The two bow, red and green, as well as the all-around light up on the hard top. Nice stainless bow rail, and a lot of times you'll see these get bent up from people banging things, and this one's in great shape. The whole boat's in really nice shape, as you'll see. There's a couple of things. Under here, there's a couple of dings you're gonna see under the pulpit, which is really normal. That's just from raising and lowering the anchor. It'll ding here sometimes. It's just cosmetic. And there's a couple of nicks, so you'll see those. As far as the gel coat, you know, there'll be a couple of cosmetic marks in the stripes. And there'll be a nick or two in the gel coat, as you can see. Nothing, no raw fiberglass or big cracks or anything like that. Quite frankly, the bottom of this boat's in very nice shape as far as we can tell. You know, we did our absolute best to go around these boats. You know, every boat that we sell, we do our best to let you, from those of you that are far away, because we do get a lot of purchases from out of the state and out of the United States, give you a good informed decision about what you're purchasing. Just a nice boat. The decals, as you can see, nice gloss still on the decals, but there is a little wear. I mean, again, if you're buying a 14-year-old or 15-year-old boat, 2004, there's going to be some wear and tear. You got to expect that. Century does a great job. They use all stainless through hulls. A lot of guys just use plastic. Century is that one notch up, folks. If you do your research, the early 2000 vintage Centuries were built by Yamaha. They owned the Century Boat Company, and they put a lot of money into their boats, and you'll see upgraded fit and finish that you don't normally see. I've had a few of these, I've sold a few of them, and they just hold up really well. They're great boats, and they ride really nice as well. So all stainless through hulls, which is nice. Going around the side, just a little bit of wear right here in the decal. The paint on the engine shows a little wear, but overall, again, it's a 2004. It's very nice. There is a little bit of wear in the back here, you can see on the paint, and we'll do a little more detailed inspection of the engine with the cowling off. There's a little wear back in here. Paint's peeling or chipping just a little bit. Again, from 3 feet away, very minor. but I'm nitpicking it to try to show you anything that I can find. Nice stainless propeller, which we'll look at in detail here. Going up on this side, this through hull has some cosmetic, just the UV has gotten to it, but it's fine. This is just a vent for the freshwater tank. Nice stainless through hulls. Look at these nice stainless cleats on this boat, really well done. Going up this side, rub rails in great shape. Just a little cosmetic stress cracking here from bumping the dock. Really normal on a boat this age, you're gonna see that. Again, all cosmetic. The boat is very solid. These Centuries are very solid boats. Going up this side, very nice shape. You can still see a good luster in the hull. There's one nick in the striping right here. Again, very minor. And nice gloss up in the bow, looks really good. Okay, so that is the starboard side. Looks good. Maybe a nick here or there, but nothing major. Just really nice shape. I love the hardtop option on these 2300s. They really did a nice job with the hardtop. Has a nice electronics box I'll show you once we get up in there. All right, so that's the exterior. Let's jump up inside the boat and we'll take a look there. All right, guys, we're on the boat now, and the first thing you'll see is the huge cockpit. A lot of space for entertaining with the friends and family. This one did come with the factory bolsters and the rear bench seat, which is nice. The vinyl is in usable shape. Being up front, there is just a little bit of wear on the top end, and there's a little bit of discoloration on the seat. Very slight, but you know, in 2 to 3 years, I would probably want to recover these. That'd probably be the goal. But very usable, no issue with it right now. Very comfortable, put a towel over it, no problem. Nice boarding door to keep you safe right here. You can see, nice positive locking door. I like that. And this one has the rear transom live well, which I really like. Big live well, look at that space there. And I love the latches, guys. You got to give Century credit. Gemlux latches and South Coast Slam latches. That's the best stuff you could possibly get. I mean, no skimping. Nice stainless rod holders. You can just see non-skid, just in great shape. Really well done by Century. Nice splash well to keep you safe. Great for getting in and out of the water. Nice level deck here, so if you're going snorkeling or to the sandbar, very comfortable for the kids and friends to get out of here. We have nice Seastar hydraulic steering for the engine, and then there's also more storage or cooler storage over on this side. You can see everything's very clean. Super. Battery switches right back there. I'll attach a picture. This just opens up, and then on the port and starboard side, you got big fish boxes. You can see they're nice and clean. The starboard side has just a little bit of the Gelco flaking from the hatch. That's normal if it just stays a little wet, but it's just cosmetic. Everything is solid. And one thing you'll notice if you get on this boat is when you walk on the decks and everything, how rock solid. I mean, you'll hurt your feet walking on this thing. There's also a pole here that comes with a table that's in the cabin, which is really nice. So if you're having a cocktail cruise or some hors d'oeuvres in the evening, your guests can sit here, and the table's in the cabin with the pole. It sits right here and creates a nice entertaining area here. You can also put a chair there if you want to turn that into like a fighting chair for fishing off the back of the boat. Lots of rod holders for fishing all around the gunnels. Going up the hardtop, you got spreader lights for night fishing on the port and starboard side, rocket launchers. Spreader lights on, okay? And then we have a red light underneath here for evening lighting as well, okay? So come on, there we go, preserve your night vision, okay? We also have a nice feature on this one, which is brand new blue LED cockpit lights. So at night you light this up and the deck has a nice blue glow, which is real modern looking. In here we got more cooler storage. I mean, just a ton of cooler storage in this boat. You'll see everything's nice and clean. I love it. All Southco hardware, all Gemlux hardware, just top of the line stainless. Nice captain seats with the cushions on both the port and starboard side, and the vinyl's in super condition. It's been kept in the cabin. Nice Sony speakers on a Clarion head unit. A real Edson steering wheel, how about that? That's top of the line. These steering wheels are very expensive. Yamaha digital gauges. We got a brand new 7-inch Garmin unit that not only does it do navigation, but it also does sonar, which we'll show you once we're in the water, and you can split screen it and do navigation on one side, everything you need. And that has the top of the line chirp transducer, the GT23M, which, if you know chirp transducers, that's the latest technology in fish finders, okay? So that's a really nice option. for you. Touchscreen display, just like a tablet, has all the data preloaded in it. You can put a micro SD card in here to save your own fishing data. If you want to get a little more wind in the cabin, these windows do open up very nicely. Just pop them in and out. You get a little more ventilation in the side. That's both on the port and starboard side, which is nice when you're in the seated position. You can get a nice breeze coming in off the side. Yamaha binnacle control, cup holder down here, 12-volt accessory port, Lenco trim tabs on this boat with LED indicator, which is trim indicator, which is nice, and those work great. You have your windlass control right up here. And there's also the control for the foot switches at the bow, which we'll show you. As far as we can tell, everything is working on the boat. There's only one or two things that I can tell you. There was an old GPS or something mounted here, so you can see a couple of old screw holes. Again, cosmetic. I noticed that the remote for the stereo does not work. However, the stereo does work. The head unit in the cabin and the speakers are all working. So you might consider, if you want a new remote, you could get one and install it right there if you'd like that. But you can operate the stereo no problem from the cabin. Okay. Nice footrest here for the captain. Super nice boat, you know. I will say that the windshield's extremely clear too, and it's a nice sight line here. I'm seated and you can see a very nice sight line for the captain and the passengers. Okay. Live well and all that good stuff. We'll test that once we get in the water, okay? All right, I think that gives you a good idea of the deck space, which is large on this boat. Let's just take a quick walk up to the bow and I'll show you everything there. Nice wide side decks, high bow rail, no problem getting to the front. Nice hatch for the cabin, which I'll show you next. Anchor locker and your foot switches for the windlass. Really nice feature. Love that. Anchor locker. Safety clasps for the windlass. Everything is done right. Really nicely done. That is a very nice windlass. I believe that is a Lumar all stainless windlass. I mean, folks, if you install one of these on your boat and go to a dealer and ask them to put that in, that's going to be approximately $3,000 option. I mean, that's really nice. And a brand new Garmin on this boat. Super nice features. Shakespeare antenna for the VHF on the T-top. Got your all-around light. Everything in very nice condition, as you can see. Again, keep in mind it is a 14, 15-year-old boat. But you can go look at a lot of other boats and then compare it to this one. I think you'd see the difference. VHF. That looks brand new. Super nice. All right, I'm sure I missed something else, but let's go take a look in the cabin and I'll show you everything there. Give you a good idea what that looks like. All right, quick tour of the large cabin. The door opens here and then this clears up for more headroom, all stainless once again. Very nice. And this has the full cushion package, which is super nice. Opening portholes on both the port and starboard side. Nice hatch at the top that works great. The headliner's in good shape. No obvious signs of leaks or anything like that. It smells good. I know you look at most 15-year-old cabin boats and sometimes the interior is not going to be approved by the wife or the girlfriend. This one is very clean, as you'll see. Freshwater sink that does work over here. We even have LED, excuse me, they're not LED, they're incandescent, but they do have working reading lights on both the port and starboard side for the evening. This one's coming with all the inserts, those plastic inserts. One's the table and one is the additional insert, so you can fill this whole area in and turn it into a big bed. As you can see, the cushion's right there. So this is a big area. There's storage underneath as well. And this one is coming with the isinglass set, which looks lightly used. I did not put it up, but it looks very lightly used, which will enclose. It's a full enclosure. You can see the zippers are up here already, and it goes all the way around. So this will all be enclosed in. So if you're from up north and you're planning on bringing this boat up there, you have a very nice enclosure to keep you nice and dry, and it goes all the way around as far as I can tell, and all the pieces are there for you. Okay, so that's a nice perk, you can imagine. Nice enclosure on the boat. There is also a porta potty, which looks like it's never been used, sitting there as well. So in the evenings, or if anyone has an emergency on board, they can use that. So you got a great boat. The cool thing is it has great overnighting capability, or getting the kids out of the sun to take a nap, cool off, what have you. But at the same time, You got great seating out back, and you can put that seat away or leave it at home, and you got a great fishing space with the live well right on the transom, rocket launchers everywhere, this big hard top, just a do-it-all SUV type of boat that can look good at the dock, but at the same time go out there offshore and do some serious fishing. Okay, we're going to take a look underneath the cowling, hook up our dealership Yamaha computer to it and show you that there's no codes on it right now. Then we'll put it in the water and take it for a run. Guys, just one look at the engine before we put it in the water for the sea trial. You'll see it's very clean again for a 2004 model year. Overall in very nice condition. The engine oil has some hours on it. You can see it's amber in color, but I like to see that. That means it hasn't been changed just yesterday, so you can tell that there's nothing crazy going on with the oil. Right at the perfect level as well. Going around to the other side, so a little paint wear, as I said, on the engine. Everything pretty clean on this side as well, just a little minor surface spotting here. Actually, you don't even feel it. It's just a little bit, it could be cleaned a little bit, that's all, even a little more. The cowling does have a nick or two in it. You can see right here, there's just a tiny bit of damage on it. A little bit of something here, a little bit of wear, sun fading on the top. It does come with a cover for the cowling, but there is a little paint wear. Again, a 14, 15-year-old cowling, it looks quite good. You can't expect a brand new one. Going over here to the engine, we have it hooked up to our dealership Yamaha computer, and we're showing 707 hours. And if you know these engines, these Yamaha 225 four-strokes are known for their longevity. And you'll often see these getting 2,000, 3,000 hours of service with minimal maintenance. So 707 hours on this one. The majority at lower RPM, 267 hours at idle. Very few hours at the high end. You want to see these hitting 6,000 RPM, so you can see 10 hours above 5,000 RPM. So it hasn't been abused up there in the high RPM, but it does get up there, and that's what I like to see. So this is pretty much a perfect readout. Only 182 hours at cruise, the majority hours at idle, a few hours at full RPM, and a total of 707. And going over to the current codes, you can see diagnosis record is unavailable because there are no codes in the system. It's all clear. Okay? So nice engine under the cowling, nice stainless propeller, a little bit of paint wear consistent with the model year. We're going to get in the water and show you how well she runs. This is an F225 TXRC. It's a 2004 model year, same as the boat. Okay, thanks so much. Let's put it in the water and take it for a run. I just did want to mention this boat has been in the water at some point for a little bit, and there is some corrosion, just a little bit of surface corrosion in the trim and tilt system. Nothing that needs immediate attention. Again, it works. The binnacle control trim tilt works as well as on the engine. But you know, I try to be upfront as I possibly can. So I do notice a little bit. Cosmetically, it looks, you know, but everything is working as intended with the trim and tilt system. Just want to let you know. And then as you can see, there's a nice sound system with two new Sony speakers on both the port and starboard side. And then there's two speakers in the cabin as well. And as I mentioned, that's controlled by a Clarion head unit that's in the cabin. Okay? It sounds really nice. In from swimming in the salt water, what have you, you have a nice freshwater washdown right at the stern, so it's great for washing off your raft, your snorkel equipment, and so forth. That's very nice right there, recessed. And then right here we have our live well, large oval recirculating live well, keep the bait fish fresh. And it's very clean, as you can see. Nice pump. We just turned that on. You can see nice water pressure there. Nice live on. That's right where you want it, so you can pitch baits and so forth and fish right off the back of this boat, you could imagine. We don't have a hose hooked up to it right now, but there's a 55 PSI raw water washdown right underneath the gunnel for cleaning the blood or cleaning the grime off the decks when you're headed out offshore. You have the very nice windlass switch, which is easily controlled from the helm, and you also have the foot switches up in the bow too, which is a nice feature on this boat that you don't see on many other 23-foot boats. So let's fire up the 225 four-stroke. Again, fuel injected, very smooth and easy starts. Yamaha reliability, everybody wants a Yamaha four-stroke. P-stream is nice and almost immediate, indicating that the water pump and cooling system is functioning as it should. C-Star hydraulic steering. Let's go up to the helm. I mean, you can imagine being the captain on this beautiful day on this boat. It is a marvelous day out here. We're just south of Boynton Beach and Delray. And let's get her out there, and shifts are smooth and precise. Like it. Yamaha binnacle control. Real Edson steering wheel. That's a nice feature here. Let's get the boat up on plane to 30 miles per hour, which is your most fuel efficient cruise. We are headed southbound in the Intercoastal Waterway. We're at 30.6 miles per hour. We're going to just make a quick spin here and turn her around, demonstrate how nicely this boat turns. Tight intercoastal channel here. We're just spinning it around very nicely. And we're going to head straight back into our wake. Nice smooth dry ride out of the Century. You can see bouncing off some of these waves off the seawall how nice and quiet the boat is as we're hitting some of these wakes. We're going 30 miles per hour, and it's a very smooth ride. Being the captain on this boat, very comfortable. We have a footrest. Put our knees up here, very nice driving position. It's very comfortable. Alright, let's put her back down off plane. Back to idle. Very nice handling boat. Okay, you can imagine entertaining your friends and family out here. Nice smooth idle on this boat, you can barely hear it. Very impressive. These are great boats. These Century boats, really, they do a nice job on their boats. All right, let's see if we can have a little fun. Spin this boat around. And we'll bring her up to 40 miles per hour, just near wide open. I have to be a little careful here, just because I'm videotaping and operating the boat at the same time, but we're gonna give it a little blip here of wide open. Coming through our wake, and then let's trim her out. And there's bumping 40. There's 41. Well, there you have it, folks. Awesome ride right there. We hit 41 miles per hour. Just earlier I hit 42 when the camera was down. And that's the same as it was brand new on this engine. Yamaha 225 4-stroke, 700 hours. A lot of nice upgrades on this boat. Lots of seating. Cushions are in nice shape. We got a windlass up in the front. We got a brand new 7-inch Garmin touchscreen display. Just a beautiful boat. Needs one or two minor things. You could spend a day or two making this a cream puff, as any 14-year-old boat, but I'll tell you, you could take this out offshore tomorrow, enjoy it. We have a clean Florida title ready to go on the boat, and we are happy to help you from wherever you're calling from or coming from to purchase this boat. We've dealt with people all around the US and around the world. We've sold boats to Croatia, Thailand, New Zealand, and Australia. Just don't hesitate to give me a call if you have any questions. Thanks so much for watching this video tour. Again, it's Peter with Wave One Marine, and I look forward to talking to you soon.